Hi guys, today we are going to be doing a reading on why you have endured what you have endured and why you have gone through the experiences that you have gone through in your life. This could be career related, this could be your love life related, this could be in general, this could be why you were born into a particular family. So anything and everything that could have happened in your life which you were not very happy with and you feel like you never got the answers to, or if you felt that there have been things in your life that have not been very proper and why. So this reading is going to attempt to answer that. We'll keep the reading very short, a little left to guess, and that is because these situations cannot be same for everyone's life. So you can pick one of these three piles and we will get started. Okay, let's start now. Okay, so pile number one. I think your life has been a constant upheaval. It has gone through a lot of changes. There has been times in your life that when everything has been great, and then longer parts of your life when things have not been so great, and somehow the not so great experiences have actually snowballed further into your great phases of your life also. So what you have done is you have got into a habit of clinging on to the experiences that were not great, and right now in your life you are just always looking for an absolute change. What you want is that things should just become different. All your prayers should go answered. I sense a lot of healing also, as if you guys already realize that there are aspects of your life that needs to be healed, that need to completely change, where the answers, where the prayers need to be answered by God. And also, I think life has taught you a little bit about learning about what battles to leave and not to continue on. So maybe you were a very reactive person, or you were somebody who was overtly sensitive, or you were somebody who was very impulsive and took quick and rash decisions. However, up until now, life has actually taught you, even though this is not a lesson that you may have actually incorporated, but you do have this realization that there are certain battles that are better left and not picked up. There are certain fights in which you are better off as defeated so that the situation can be peaceful. And I'm just overall sensing that even though there have been both good and bad moments in your life, it is the bad ones that have been longer and that have created a larger impact on you, because of which overall the energy from the life is just feeling defeated and wanting to find somebody to rely on, somebody to count upon on, so that all of your prayers or all of your hopes are answered. Maybe some of you in life are genuinely wanting a very strong mentor right now who can guide you and navigate you around your way through the life. Okay, so now we will look into it, that why these situations could have happened in your life. One thing I'm picking on here now is because you also missed a lot of opportunities, because you were always a very closed person in terms of realizing your true potential. But I'll let the tarot cards speak. Sensing father and family issues quite a lot. That is that you could have issues basically stemming from your childhood, where you never got enough the love that you deserved, the attention that you deserved, or parts of you, that needed to be taken care of like a little child. Those have not been taken care of. Okay. Not in the manner that you wanted or you felt that you deserved. maybe your childhood from your father's side was a lot about just being a provider for you financially, and that kind of shaped up things in the way you perceive things, or that made the other aspect of your life, that is wanting love, wanting validation, wanting to be understood, wanting to be in the right circle in terms of friends, a lot stronger, because whatever you did not get from your family is what you basically went to seek out. However, because as a child, when we go through these issues and these troubles, what tends to happen is our basics, our boundaries, our red flag ka understanding is not very clear. So I'm sensing within that also, maybe your early childhood friendships and relationships were not the greatest ones. They were always people who somehow or the other backstabbed you. And this backstabbing could be, very simple. Like, maybe you like somebody and your friend ended up liking that. Or maybe two of your friends were bitching about you. Or maybe, whom you thought were your closest friends did not turn out to be so. So I'll leave that open to interpretation. Another thing, you had endured a very difficult childhood, yaar. And you always had to put out an image that, our family is picture perfect. And because of this, discrepancy in terms of what is real, what is not real, a part of you internally actually knowing what is real and what is that you endure, and the mirage or the facade being that we are a good happy family and a jolly family, is how maybe things have kind of taken a toll on you now, because all of that conditioning from your childhood has impacted your teens, your now. And if you're not somebody who has healed themselves or who has not worked on themselves, then I still see that you could be one of those people who does get triggered by things that they have experienced in their childhood. I would like to clarify one card. Yes, so it's a mixed message here. That is that for few of you, the way you saw your father is maybe how you attracted also relationships in your life. Or if you are a guy and the way you saw your father treat you or be with you, or his understanding of money, that impacted in terms of your own validation as a boy, that what is it that you deserve or how you should be. And maybe he was not a very expressive person. He's somebody like who that has a lot of love, okay? But he always kept it to himself. So because of which, it has impacted in terms of how you view relationships. And here, guys, please, when I say relationships, I do not necessarily mean romantic. It could be friendships with the opposite sex. It could be friendships in the same sex. And sometimes relationships also, when I say it, it also means how you express yourself. So here I see, that expression. However, what I'm seeing is, for some of you, this understanding of your dynamic with your family, your father, became basically a reason of why you wanted a shift. Some of you swore to yourself that I would never choose the life or the family that I have been brought into. So I'll always make sure that I'm changing myself or looking for something different, so that this is not what I have to endure in my future life. But definitely growing up, I also feel that communication was curbed for a lot of you. You had to be very strategic about the things that you said in your communication. There was a lot of responsibilities that you had to take up. I'm also picking on the fact that some of you could also be a healer to your mother, to your father, or to your siblings, somebody in the family dynamic where you had to be the one who took things in charge and made sure that the dynamic of the family or the dysfunctional family was set in place, so that the mirage that we are a picture perfect family was clear. Okay, I'm gonna take this as reverse. Feeling like picking that card. So your early teens were also a lot about a lot of your wishes not getting fulfilled, actually. And not just wishes, I have a sense that if there are things that you wanted to pursue, if there are certain hobbies that you had during that time, you could never see through them. So you could have been a person who enjoyed painting, dancing, Kathak classes or anything like that, but you could never fully pursue it only, or you could never really pursue it even if you did in childhood, that you completed your classes, but you could never make use out of it in terms of your adult life or incorporate it in your adult life. So you just feel that, during your early teens, if there were certain skills or certain hobbies of yours or certain interests of yours, if they were fully explored. And during your early teens, I feel was the hardest time. Maybe you had a lot of struggle growing up also with your mother and not just with your father. So while your father maybe could have been the one who set the dynamic so and so within the family, but then issues happen growing up where you and your mother also most likely did not see eye to eye. And honestly, during your teen years, maybe one thing that you were just constantly told is that this is your karma, that whatever is happening, ye to likha hai, or this is destined to be. And maybe growing up in the early teens, there was a lot of conflict, that you experienced within your family. And I'm sensing that, some of the conflict could have actually lasted for longer weeks also. So not like that, we had a fight in 2-3 days and over. Maybe, things panned out for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, which all took a toll on you. And this is the core reason of, why your belief system is also such that things do not work out the ways they are supposed to. Because your childhood and your early teens shaped up the belief that, things fall into your lap and you're supposed to adjust and wear them. So basically, believing in the universe, believing in the power of manifestation, or the fact that, you have certain skills, certain potential in you that can cause a shift in your life was a belief that was not encouraged. I'm not saying that nobody said not to be independent and things like that, but see, now we all know, even if we are independent, even if we have our own money, we have things to do on our own, at the same time we don't feel very validated, right? So I would urge you, when you're taking up this reading, think outside of just the financial and the independence aspects. There were a lot of things that you could have explored, which could have actually made you feel truly yourself. But unfortunately, being a trauma child, you did not have those privileges. Maybe your mother was very keen on telling you constantly that whatever happens is basically a part of karma, and this is how some things are supposed to be. And I think she was always trying to balance it out in terms of her relationship with her husband and relationship with you kids. I see that she was really trying to be a pillar of strength. She was really trying to be strong. She was also trying to tap into her wisdom. But unfortunately, because of their dynamic, somehow the wisdom and other aspects, they took a toll on you. In psychology, this is called parentification, where sometimes you become the parent of your parent growing up. And that is what I slightly pick on here. That these dynamics and your understanding of the world as the fact that jo hota hai, wahi hota hai. Whatever is there, it is there. It's an absolute truth. And we don't have the power to change it. We have to bear it. And this is how things have to be. Is basically the reason why maybe towards your adulthood, you actually tried to move out of this dynamic. And you tried really hard. Some of you, may have actually relocated. And here relocation can mean within the same city, just moving into a different house. Some of you have actually relocated your thought process, started, to disengage with your family. I'll just have water, huh? You might have started to disengage with your family to an extent. Or you might have tried to, set the dynamic in your own way with individual people, but at the same time, you did not want to deal with it. So you just tried an approach of diplomacy from a distance. And your adulthood was left a lot about questioning life, questioning things in your life, questioning the fact that, where should I go? Whom should I ask? Is there anybody to guide me in this life or not? So I sense a lot of that. Another thing I'm picking for some of you is that some of you may have actually lost your mothers also early on. Or maybe they were not necessarily there for you. Because of which also, your dynamic with your father and everything could have not been like the best, because it was never like a proper family. And some of you could have just craved a proper family, all this while, and because of which a lot of inner conflicts and accepting the situation as it is and making the best out of it. But yes, I do sense in adulthood you always had questions in terms of what next, where should I go, what decision should I take, and you always had this need of feeling validated also. And I'm picking that more or so because in childhood there were a lot of gaps that were not necessarily fulfilled. So you have this need where you want to know if what you were doing is right or not, because वो जो childhood में confidence मिलना था, unfortunately वो नहीं मिला. These are such innocent cards, honestly speaking. See? Anyway. Kind of feeling bad for this pile also, but it's okay. We'll figure a solution. So, what you feel right now? You actually just feel very heartbroken. Your heart chakra is blocked for sure. You feel that, you're not somebody who's able to truly be themselves or communicate themselves very properly. You don't feel a sense of self, like it's a little bodged. That I want to be this, but I cannot be this, or I could have been this, but I would not have been able to do this, or I could have been this, but I could not be this. So it's a very conflict, that I'm sensing when I'm reading this file. And definitely a major heartbreak. I think you're still in the moment, where you have not healed. I don't know if you guys believe in therapy, but for somebody like this, there is a concept called inner child healing and parentification that can be addressed in CBT therapies and hypnotherapies, but I would urge you to first take CBT therapies. So try doing that. Anyway, so you're feeling heartbroken. You're not feeling emotionally yourself. You just feel that, I just want to leave the world and not do anything. Some of you, very few of you, could also be having tendencies of suicidal or phases of acute depression. And you still know that, a lot of your triggers are to do with your parents. Parents who held back, their love, their support, or how you needed to be treated as a child. I would like to say one thing here, while this reading is for you and not for your parents. But please understand that, our parents got married at the age of 22, 23, 24, when honestly they did not even know themselves at what to do with the concept of marriage. And even things like that, have a kid or start a family, they were forced upon them majorly. The concepts of, using protection and things like that were not very prominent back then. So some of us maybe were accident children also, right? So what I would just want to tell you is that instead of being harsh on themselves or, taking themselves in a wrong light or having a blaming attitude towards themselves, just understand that they did the best that they could. Honestly, if I were to, really point it out, not that most of in our generation are doing anything well with parenting. Now, when we listen to our friends and other people, sometimes we feel, oh, their child is too pampered. Oh, he's treated differently, too nicely. हमें तो थप्पड़ लगते थे बचपन में, which is good. So, what I'm trying to say is that, this is a learning curve even for the parent, because they are being the parent for the first time. And whatever situations they were in with each other, your mother and your father, pretty sure they also did not choose that, right? But they were taught the concept of कि शादी हो गई है तो निभानी है. So don't let whatever happened between them and how they brought it upon you be triggers on yourself anymore. And this is exactly what your therapy will help you in healing. I'm also sensing that, you don't really feel yourself fully when it comes to finances. आपको लगता है कि हो रहा है जो है, but शायद बहुत और कुछ potential था जो कर सकते थे जो नहीं करा. And emotionally, I'm sensing you be totally closed right now. Bad dreams, insomnia, not really knowing where to go ahead. Will I ever find love? The concept of love is really botched in your mind. So you're not in a good headspace particularly right now. Okay, so what was the lesson in this? The lesson in this was the fact that no matter what life throws at you, sometimes you have to take the leap of faith. If I were to simply talk about the fool here, can you just see that, we all looking at the card, you can just tell that it might actually just fall off the cliff, right? But they still seem a little carefree. They seem like they know what they are doing, and sometimes just that leap of faith is required. So whatever change or whatever things you want to incorporate in your life or anything new that you want to start off, feel like the fool. Feel that you have the capability and the energy in you where you can take the leap of faith and things will just fall into place. And that is exactly what leap of faith does. Another lesson to learn here is that maybe all of these things taught you to be a little bit more charming and diplomatic in your approach. They taught you to be, communicating by weighing all options into your conversations. And that is exactly what the learning has to be. That, these experiences basically taught you early on how to deal with people, how to view people, identifying red flags. See, identification does not necessarily mean that we don't engage with them. वो learning curve होता है. But identifying red flags, understanding people a little bit more sooner than other people. So I mean, these are just lessons that you have to understand. You have to understand that your soul signed a contract, like when it entered this life. And all of these people in your life could be karmic. They could be, people from your past lives who you still have contracts signed with. So it's all right. It taught you to take a leap of faith. This is a lesson. Even if you haven't, this reading should be a sign enough for you to understand that you are to take a leap of faith. It taught you to be diplomatic, charming, assertive with your words in the right manner, understanding people a little bit more smartly, because you were taught to live in an environment where you always had to be diplomatic and witty, think things from different angles. So that's great. Also, it gave you an understanding of what a truly balanced life and relationship should look like. And maybe that is something that you might want to start laying the seeds for. Things that you don't want and things that you should have. What is it that you should be looking for out in the world. And the last message is that all of this also taught you what you should be accepting of and not accepting of in the relationships. So I would urge you to not look at your experiences from a negative viewpoint, which I see you doing right now, but instead understand it's okay. Yes, you were a trauma child. You were not a very happy child. You require inner child healing. There are things that have not gone very well in your life. But can you just pick on the lessons and move to the next steps? Because I see you bringing balance. I see you being the one who's going to break generational curses in your family. You are the one, who's literally going to complete a cycle. You will have a new understanding of relationships, which, by the way, my suggestion is take them slow because it's a slow moving energy, and yet take the leap of faith. So these are the lessons, and what is blocking them right now is the fact that I think some of you could have just gone into this pattern of, over partying, maybe smoking marijuana or things like that, or having your coping mechanism as denial. Yes, see, denial. And funnily, when I was shuffling for this pile also, I actually saw Two of Swords, which is a card of denial. So denial is not going to help. So my reading goes for a toss, like if you're choosing the path of denial, then all of this doesn't matter. So, but yes, right now you're choosing to feel heartbroken, denial. You're not really willing to accept and understand and work upon the opportunities that could provide a solid foundation for you, because आप उन opportunities को देखते ही नहीं हो. It's too good to be true, for you to believe. And because you have not done maybe enough self-work, so they may come in like a very bleak or a weak manner to you, and because of which, it's like a hit and miss. For some of you, the coping mechanism is definitely, certain addictions, or maybe, over partying. Also, for few, I'm picking on oversharing with your friends or oversharing in the wrong sort of circle. Maybe this is something you may have done initially. And for few of you, I'm also picking up that you have suddenly become very closed. So even though you feel like taking action, doing things, communicating things, you don't necessarily do that. And some of you may also not have a very great relationship with money. Your understanding of money has been a little not so proper. You always feel that money is something that needs to be saved, and your relationship with money basically needs a lot of work. And lastly, you're currently just feeling burdened by life, questioning life. So if you really want to pick on the lessons that I told you, start inner work. Okay, final message I'm going to pick on here. Oh my god, it's like I really confused you, huh, with all of this reading. And now you're like, ab kya batayegi? Okay, 1 second. Okay, I asked the cards what is the advice here and what you should do, but my cards are telling me you guys are not going to do anything. You will just take this reading and then you will just skip over it and continue feeling what you're feeling. But if you can, try bettering your relationship with your family, your siblings, your mother, your father. And I don't see that happening. Why? Because you will have to take psychological therapy for that to function, so that you know how to navigate your way around these emotions and dynamics of the family. Another thing that I'm sensing here is if some of you can start a very small routine in your life that you know. So I have asked the cards basically baby steps that you could be taking. So the first message was not necessarily a baby step, but therapy is a baby step. Then the second one being that if you could just bring some sort of a structure into your life, a routine on a day-to-day basis, so that your empty mind is not becoming a devil's house. Another thing is if you can take on the responsibility without feeling, oh my god, yet again another responsibility, when will I get to feel like a child? I'm sorry, you won't, because you had a different life. And the less you go into a self-pity mode and more into a quick acceptance mode, we can move past all of these cards and hopefully happier cards are going to turn in my deck. So if you could just stop feeling so dissatisfied and loved in your life and take on responsibility and actions for your life. If you're one of those people who gets influenced by other people very easily, then I think you need to take charge of your own life. And if you're somebody, because of your denial of coping mechanism, you are just like in a space ki main to kisi ki sunti hi nahi hu aur sunta hi nahi hu, and I like have my own ways of doing things, then teamwork. Okay, so that's message for like dual personalities who could be here. If you could open up more, better your relationship with money, that's going to change a lot of things for you. And lastly, understand that nothing is supposed to last. So whatever you're experiencing right now, because you did not choose this life and choose these certain experiences, similarly when the good will come, you may not necessarily choose it, but it will come. But the more you keep staying stuck into this energy, you're also delaying it now. And now if you question that, oh, I did not choose the bad, that did not get delayed, why is the good getting delayed? Because when you did not choose the bad or whatever your experiences were, you were also very young to understand these concepts. So things happened in their own timeline. But now that you're choosing to choose the negative and not the positive, things are going to be happening in the timeline that your mind is manifesting. So stop that. Lastly, in terms of your emotional self, understand that it has given you a sense of wisdom, a sense of perspective towards life, but self-pity and feeling burdened by it is not going to help. Healing is going to help. So the reading ka takeaway is that it's not your childhood that is to be blamed, but yes, the experiences from your childhood early on caused these issues in your life. And if you have to take a takeaway, that is that do healing, better your relationships, and take charge of your life right now. Take leap of faith. I'll just check if there are any angel messages for you. If you have any question or anything you're looking for, you can ask the cards right now. Okay, 2 answers. Whatever you are looking for, that's going to happen within the next few weeks, and that is if you believe. Alright, pile number 1. If you like the reading, please comment below. I would love to know your views. Bye. Hi. So this is pile number 2. While I was shuffling for pile number 2, I actually took this card, and so I'm going to take it, okay? But before I decode this, we're going to check what your cards are. Are you somebody who just feels that life always creates blockages for you? Like you're wanting to progress ahead, but something or the other will happen that things don't work out for you. And emotionally, also, there have been times where you did not feel understood. For very few, I'm also picking on that, you could be one of those people who want to give up everything in the world and just go like their own way in a reclusive energy and have nothing to do with in terms of the society, the family, or the basic duties that we are supposed to be doing as a human. So if this resonates with you, then this pile could be for you. What I'm also picking on is this pile could be overtly aggressive. And when I say aggressive, it's actually a very close-minded word. What I mean to say is that you have temper issues. You are somebody who could also be very impulsive. You have a not so great temperament. And the problem with temperament word is now that we always think of it as anger. Temperament could also mean getting irritated very quickly, being very snappy, being, like what people say, a little in nakhra. And so, you have a very quick temper. You react to things very quickly. You're very reactive. And the communication has not been your most strongest point. When you communicate sometimes, or when you're wanting to express yourself, it may come across as rude to certain people. That is because you don't really know how to communicate properly. And because you don't have a hold on your emotions. And you don't really have a hold on your proper formulated thoughts with reasoning, or you may have the reason in your head but you don't know how to communicate that, because of which either you come across as rude or very impulsive, somebody who doesn't know how to talk properly, or problem with languages, not being very polite. Emotionally also, I just sense that you're somebody who's just like really not interested in the worldly ways for most of your life. You're just like that, if I could, I would rather just do it all alone and like just live with myself and by myself. So yeah, and I think currently maybe in your life you could be at a crossroads where you have like two decisions to take, black and white. You can't really seem to figure your way in terms of treading towards the gray area, because you feel that okay, a decision needs to be made towards two aspects. Your experiences could have also made you very ambitious, or maybe you are somebody who is very ambitious and who likes movement in their life, who likes to move ahead. Some of you could be minutely interested in spirituality also. Maybe that is something that you may not have explored fully. For few of you, you could have like a very good intuition also, but again, it's not explored fully. It's an untapped one. For very few, okay, if it resonates, is also the fact that you are somebody who could have taken a lot of action in your life. However, you just could not. You are not one of those people who made use of the opportunities early on in your life, or a lot of opportunities in your life. You're just somebody who has self-sabotaging patterns. Like you just don't know how to take on the right opportunities, think through things properly, and take action from a decisive point of view, because of which this self-sabotaging pattern has made you lose opportunities. And even though when other opportunities came, you were basking in older opportunities or the regrets of older opportunities, because of which the movement in your life seems to be lacking. However, right now, in terms of your life, you're somebody who has really started moving ahead or is wanting to move ahead. You are finally taking charge of your life. Okay, I'm going to take up the Chariot and see if it pops up again now. Okay, so your early childhood experiences could have simply been that your energy was never channelized into anything productive. Okay, Maybe you had a lot of different skill sets, which honestly speaking, I don't sense from the cards that even you were aware of. Maybe you had a lot of different skill sets, hobbies, interests, things that you were good at. However, there was nobody who could channelize these for you. And you're nobody, of course, like, the responsibility goes on to parents, teachers, grandparents, whoever was taking care of that child. Because this is to understand what early experiences could have shaped this reasoning of yours or this pattern of yours. So, and I think from your parents' point of view now, maybe they just like never guided you, or always like guided you with too many things. So you never knew, like, how to pick your own path. And because of which, there was no niche skill development or hobby development that actually happened for you. I have a feeling that, you could have been a really notorious child growing up. If not notorious, somebody who was a prankster or somebody who was a rebel in their own kind, okay? Like you always wanted it your way. I'm getting a very stubborn energy, from this particular pile. Like you were extremely stubborn is what I'm sensing. And it was your way or the highway. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I mean, there was lack of guidance, growing up. Maybe your energy was channelized more into just letting yourself be and, just appreciating who you are or celebrating who you are. Because I see that, there were not any problems as such growing up, but definitely like, whatever notoriousness or, cuteness you had, that was an aspect that, was something that was spoken about more than the fact that, okay, she or they, could have like certain of these skills. Or we should probably look into this child of ours and sense that what hobby classes can we put them into, or how we should shape them up. So I think that lack of misdirection was there for sure. I'm going to clarify one card, I think back in childhood now, you had a lot of things that you could have done, and you were just simply told ki, not even like told, but this was just a pattern that whatever she's doing is just fine. And okay. And hence, there was just not enough mentorship for you. I'm also sensing, you kind of being like a balancing energy to an extent, maybe in your family dynamic or within yourself, or maybe you were this person who was back in childhood was actually very calm and peaceful, very sweet to certain people in your life. I'm not sensing it all, okay, but like to certain people, and was just somebody like who was always very playful. You could have had certain depressive episodes or phases in your childhood. I am sensing low-key depression, low-key low confidence is actually a major thing I'm picking on. Lack of confidence, not knowing who you are fully, and seeing yourself from the lens of other people is another thing that I'm picking on. Something happened in your childhood, maybe a little before, your early teens, that actually caused a huge shift in you. So all of this notoriety and, playfulness and like stubbornness and the cuteness of being a child and, like taking things lightly, or your parents, basically not focusing as such, thinking ki whatever it is, like they will be able to handle. And all of this, somehow changed or transitioned a little before your early teens. I don't know what happened. If something happened in school, if by a teacher, or in general. But I'm sensing that is, when the time when you started developing a lot more lack of self-confidence and lack of yourself, lack of your purpose. And that is the time when, you started having these thoughts regarding confusion, that what is it that I am here for? What is my purpose in life, and what will I be doing? Will I be able to have a good life? Will I be able to like lead a good life? So very complicated, it's just like that, as if just the right guidance and right focus on you would have actually changed a lot of things for you. Anyway, You know, in our family, we use this word which is called ladaku, and I'm literally getting that feeling from the spine that, oh my god, you were so ladaku. Like, you know, you were this person who was just constantly dabbling in fights, conflicts, very verbal energy. You know, it's funny that, you know, it kind of told me that, you know, you're somebody who's not able to express yourself properly now. But I think you were very improper with your words, huh? Like, very harsh with your words, very blunt with your words, to be honest, growing up, even in your early teens. Uh, what happened to all of that confidence now, yaar? It needs to come back. Okay, we'll figure how. Cool. So anyway, early teens was a lot about, of course, you being stubborn, which I've said I think multiple times. But at the same time, you learning a lot of life lessons. You know, you learning a lot of things in your life that you never thought actually happen. I also have a feeling you could also be somebody who was a little in their own mind and a little too much in their la la land growing up. Okay, like what I want I get, and things are like always great with me. But growing up is, you know, when you actually got a reality check in your early teens that, hey, it's not always like that. Some battles I lose. This is the reality. Some battles I need to pick properly. Also, I think growing up, the self-confidence bit kept on increasing more and more and more. I mean, it kept on, decreasing more and more and more. The confidence kept going down and down, and we started, you know, getting into this rut where we always just felt stuck. We did not know who we are. We did not know how to tap into our true potential. We did not even know actually if we had any potential or not, yeah. So but I have a feeling during that time now, you could have also discovered during your early teens or late teens, you could have actually discovered something about the cosmos or spirituality, how, you know, astrologically things are supposed to transpire in your life, and maybe something like that kept your faith going, kept you going. Certain of your wishes, you know, during your teens, even till late teens or, you know, like early 20s, could have gotten fulfilled, or life just paved its way for you and everything started to feel in place teen onwards. And then during your adulthood is now when you kind of like feel true in your potential. You feel that there has been certain parts of the past, mainly your confidence issues and, you know, you not being guided properly from the very start, because you also did not realize who you truly were. So it was a mismatch of both. All of that, you know, you are able to like maybe make certain peace with it for now is what I'm sensing. Another thing I'm sensing is that emotionally your quest right now is to become wiser. Honestly, my cards are telling me you're still not wise emotionally, huh? But the quest is to become wiser. It is still a very nascent and immature energy that I'm sensing from the cards. And definitely you're somebody who became very ambitious. But you don't have a good coping mechanism, yaar, when it comes to working under pressure. I think you're somebody who gets overwhelmed very quickly. And that again transforms in terms of your poor communication, impoliteness, rudeness, and sometimes low confidence, or, you know, you start projecting your low confidence days into this moment of like pressure where you're just like that, oh, I have to like prove myself. So the need for proving yourself is so strong right now, because for a very long period of your life you were so misguided or not properly guided and low in confidence that now you're just like, oh, whatever I do I have to like overdo to prove myself. So you just build that pressure in your own mind. So phew, take the steam off, please. And yeah, finances is something that is quite a focus in your adult life. I think you discovered this new self of yours that, you know, you like money and working with money and like enjoying the benefits of money. So that's great. I think you became like, you know, from this baby energy or, you know, like to this slightly spoiled and brat sort of an energy. It was just confused and playful to like somebody who knows that, okay, yes, I have to be like serious and things are going to like shape up for me. There have been certain parts of your past that you have been able to close. If not, you will be able to. Another message here is, if you can, try spending time with old people. And I don't know if you believe in like going to an NGO or whatever, but try doing something for older people. And however, okay, I am, like I said, sensing a very immature energy still in terms of your emotions. But as long as you have this aspiration, I hope it gets better. But because I was talking about this and that's when this card came, so I want to tell you that don't try hard, because you trying hard to become very wise and mature is actually botching things up for you. See, it is a journey. You have to trust people, and there is so much of stubborn energy in you, and there is so much of very unified perspective in you, that okay, now what I have, I know what I have, or now what I think is the right way. I have been misrouted enough, and I have been told enough things. I'll not listen to anybody now. But that's also causing a block actually. I think the problem is that you need to balance it out. So there's a lack of balance in your life, where you need to understand that being wiser does not come just with a decision, it comes with experiences. So that is lacking a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put them back in. Not feeling it. Denial and influence. Are you somebody who gets influenced by words and people very quickly? I'm sensing a feeling that maybe you have people in your life for interim periods, and suddenly they become this person in your life where you feel, oh, whatever they are saying must be right, and then you get uber influenced by them. So that is great, but I'm not sure if everybody currently in your life, or somebody who's giving you the maximum counseling or advices right now, is the right person, or whatever their learnings are you sure you are taking them right? Because my cards are telling me that there are people who are trying to guide you or tell you things. That's the first message. I'll also speak of the second message. There are people in your life who are guiding you, helping you how to navigate about your life, etc. But my cards are not telling me you are taking it rightly. Yeah, it kind of feels that you have formed your own notions and understanding out of it. I think you are somebody who learns more with experience and actually just with discussions, because like I said, that I sense a slight immature energy, temperamental energy. So whoever it is that who's guiding you right now, counseling you or giving you advices, etc., just take my message. Be a little wary. They have the best interest at heart, but if you are not only comprehending it rightly, then you are botching it up for yourself. Currently you're feeling very closed. You're keeping things to yourself, and you're very comfortable in doing that also, because you're just feeling that okay, this is how things are going to progress in your life. Lot of introspective moments are happening right now. There are new realizations regarding your communication, but I'm also sensing denial. You are not the very mature pile that I have received, and I'm sorry to say that, but I really think you should work a little bit on correcting your vision towards life, people around you, and people who have actually been a positive influence on you. I sense that okay, you are a good person, but at the same time there's, I think, a little lack of gratitude and lack of giving credit where it's due. So I think that is something that needs to be looked into. Okay, so yes, we are trying to move ahead and everything, but still we are functioning from a space of denial, okay? And honestly speaking, we are trying to form a routine into our lives. We are trying to form a structure, and we are trying to do this whole self-work thing. But honestly speaking, मुझे वो थोड़ा superficial लग रहा है, क्योंकि ये जो self-work है, ये हमारा ज़्यादा related है हमारी health, beauty, fitness को लेकर, in terms of our keeping up with the appearances. But if I were to talk about what's going on behind the appearances, then things are not great, yaar. You need somebody to, you need some positive You need somebody who knows how to talk to you in your manner and make you understand things or sit you straight. But see, again, because you have temperament issues now, so I don't think people want to take that onus on themselves in terms of setting you straight. And whatever you're doing in terms of your counseling and things like that, or if somebody is advising you or guiding you, I don't know why I keep saying counseling. But just take a rain check, okay? Just know that if you are understanding things rightly or not. You are in a deep introspective state, and honestly, there are too many things that have, I think, uncovered recently in terms of, your own actions, how you take accountability of things, your communication, and you're still like dealing with it a little bit in denial. But I think taking care of yourself in terms of keeping up with the appearances and being proper is on point, and trying very hard to build a routine, and I see that happening very beautifully. So congratulations on that. What is the lesson now in terms of your life? First is just understand that you have all the power within you. Okay, we have the beautiful magician card. So whatever it is that you want will happen, and you can manifest that. But a word of caution, because I sensed a lot of immature energy, gaps that need to be addressed, temperamental issues. Just understand that manifestation does not happen from a space of animosity or repressed anger or resentment. So keep that in mind, okay? Another lesson that's here to learn is that take the leap of faith. And not just leap of faith. The most stronger message for you is that come back to your playful self. Like we spoke in the previous cards, that you have been trying too hard. And you take up things like a challenge to prove people, or, to prove to yourself. I think you need to let go of that. You need to just enjoy whatever you're doing without keeping any competition in your mind. And yes, the lesson is also that in terms of, whatever things you may have endured in your childhood, or whatever things like you felt in terms of, from a parent's point of view, like not maybe being guided very properly or sometimes being misguided, eventually there would be a time when you will have the right wisdom. I think that's also what you were seeking, right? So that's going to happen. However, right now the energy is immature, but thankfully it's going to happen. And okay, in terms of money, I think the message here is that suddenly all of these things now have caused a big shift in you in terms of how you view money and power. I think you have become one of those people who now sees that, if I have money or if I am powerful, only then, I would be like respected or given due credit. And honestly, मुझे थोड़े से weird concepts लग रहे हैं spile के. So I don't know if you can speak to somebody, but try speaking to them and try understanding that, why you are thinking like this. So anyway, in regards to that power, money, and, respect or other emotions associated with them, that is something that you will realize in due time that it doesn't work out like that. So I think there's a deep need in you also to be like accepted and be understood. But you suddenly feel that, okay, like if I just build myself properly and have like the right money and ambition and power, and things are going to be great. But unfortunately, no. And you will realize that in due time. And that's exactly what I meant by, like immature energy, where instead of going this path, you are choosing this path. And for you, it's the same goal. So both paths go the same goal, but you've chosen the other path. And yeah, the more you choose that path, now the more all of this is going to be delayed. And in general, the life lesson is that, see, happiness is within you. So that is something that you have to constantly make as a conscious choice. But you have a good manifestation energy. Just don't do it from a space of, all of this immaturity and animosity and resentment. And I think that's low-key in your cards, but it is there. The baby steps that you should be taking right now is you need to introspect. You need to introspect that why this need of moving so fast. What is it that you're trying to prove? To whom? Are your reasons right? Another thing that I picked on in the reading, but I actually forgot to communicate, is ego. So maybe keep your ego a little bit in check. Another thing I'm picking on in the reading is that be a little light on yourself. You are doing the hard work. Even if you feel that you're not reaping any benefits, you will soon. Keep at it. Don't worry about it. And just know that, all your focus on your finances or your hard work towards things is going to bring result. Don't over obsess and do not feel negative about it. Lastly, a very strong message. There is a shift needed, yaar. I don't know. I think you need to change something in your life. Like I said, that if you'll be hanging out in like a certain group of people like who are wrongly influencing you or anything like that, then just change that. It could also be a friend, you know, who might be very charming, very sweet, sweet talking. It could also have been a recent heartbreak because of which, you are acting the way that you are. That is in this challenging, questioning, competitive, egoistic energy. And it could also be that, you desperately just want to change because of which you have, I think, just picked on wrong things. So your lessons need to go a little bit more towards the right approach. Like I said and spoke of route 1 and route 2, you need to change your route. All right. Okay. Anyway, if you guys have a question now, you can ask me a question, ask the cards a question. The answer is going to be open to interpretation. Arey yaar. Did the reading confuse you to that extent or what? And now you're just like, oh my god, what should I ask? Kind of want to tell you meditation brings answers, but I'm not going to take it up. Okay. If there were certain questions that you were asking, then the answer is no, and that there is something better. All right, pile number 2. I hope that resonated with you. I hope I was not very harsh. The takeaway here just being that be kind to yourself and also people around you. Hi, pile number 3. So these are your tarot cards. Are you a little money-minded? Are you somebody who really craves like a high, luxurious life and very aspirational like that? Like fond of finer things, very tasteful and very particular about perception of you, physically also, love taking care of yourself, because you feel that's the way, like you truly feel loved, like taking care of yourself is a very strong form of self-love for you. You also have nurturing energy in you, so you like nurturing people, you like taking care of them, and you are somebody, I think, who really believes strongly in the whole power of karma. Like we say in Hindi, jaisi karni waisi bharni. So you are somebody who knows that, okay, yeah, like karma exists and it is real. You could also be a very fair person, I want to clarify one card. I think this is by far the most positive pile. I don't know why you were checking up the reading, but anyway. You were maybe not always like this, or you did not have all of these realizations on you always, but you're somebody who has really, really, really worked hard on yourself. Yeah. Like, somebody who has really explored their spiritual self, who has managed to come out of, wrong influence and knows what a right influence and the impact of right influence can do on you. And wow, you are somebody who's really worked on themselves, yeah. I'm feeling so nice with this pile. And now now maybe you have become a person of like fewer words, who likes to first assess people and then open your heart out. You're also somebody, I think, who has a very strong instinct to save money. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you save it, because the Empress energy here tells me that, you feel like, you always want to be like treated like a queen or a king. But there is this instinctive trait in you, that is that yes, money is something that should be saved. So maybe if you're going through something in your life right now where you're not saving enough money, that could be taking a toll on you. Also, whatever I just said right now could be an aspiration for a few people, where they are in a state where they do not have a good relationship with money. They do not really see things panning out financially for them. And their true aspiration in life is just to, be in this empress energy, be like a princess or a king and be treated properly. And they just want life to be fair for them, okay? So both, any of these two situations resonate, this reading could be for you. Also, there have been moments in your life that, where certain decisions of yours caused a closed loop, and you had to like move on to the next phase. And all of these things, may have shaped up you a little bit, may have shaped up your experiences or, your perspective towards life, both good and bad. So what you just want now maybe in life is just to have a fair life. You could also be somebody, who gets or who needs people in their life, like, to discuss with, to take decisions, or maybe things that you did alone did not really pan out, or things that you did in teamwork did not pan out. I don't know, I'm getting a very confusing message, as I spoke of like the second aspect. But yeah, if any of this remotely relates with you, there could be messages in pile for you. As we clarify, we might get more clear answers. Did you suffer from bad health early on in childhood? Like, was your health always a talking point within the family or what? Or do you have something very chronic or critical till date that's moving on with you? I think, what? Money, Empress energy is an aspiration, and you wanting to have a very fair and balanced life is something that is what you seek right now. And I see you coming from an abundant family though, okay? Like there was never any limitation in terms of what was given to you and how you were taken care of. And see, honestly, all of this is subjective. When we say abundant, for some people, abundance means something else. But in truest sense, abundance just means that, there was enough love growing up. There was enough money to take care of everybody. You could have also had pets also growing up. And there was a good, strong energy in the house, where like it was a good family. However, I'm just sensing a lot of past life issues. Yeah, like certain things in your life now whatever they are happening, they could also be connected to your past life. You are living a very karmic life right now, and whatever is happening in your life, it's basically all just karma, and this is the way it was supposed to happen. This life is supposed to be a lesson for you. This life is basically you completing one cycle within this whole life, so that your soul goes to a new life in a new form or avatar. Okay, so in this life, this is what it is. You should read the book Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss, if I'm not wrong. Try reading on that book. Anyway, early childhood, I see issues with health. I see you also being a slightly, quiet, introverted child, reclusive, not very social. Some of you could also have been bullied a little bit in your childhood, Too many thoughts always in your mind back in childhood. Too much worry of the future, too much how you will make yourself when you grow up, aspirations, dreams. Love is coming off very strongly, as if your whole life growing up in childhood was just about, oh, I should just find the right partner and settle with them happily. Lot of nonsense worries also, I see, like in your childhood. Like some people have the pattern now where they're just always worried about random things. That what if something happens to my family? What if I'm left alone? Since you were introverted, you were also somebody who always overthought and had a lot of moments where you were just always introspecting, thinking about things, trying to question things, curious also, I see. But I don't think you ever got to communicate your curiosity as well. Were you old with anybody? I'm sorry. Were you close with anybody in your childhood? Somebody older, like your grandparents, or I don't know, like a neighboring auntie, like who was very old, or were you always like loved by older people in your childhood? Maybe the situations from family and other point of view were not bad, but you were somebody who had a very who had confidence issues, a little bit of aggression also I'm sensing, brashy sometimes very much in their energy. As I'm speaking of this now, I'm getting an image of Ishan from Tare Zameen Par, that movie. So, somewhat a conflicted energy like that, yeah. Okay, let's move next. Okay. How was your relationship with your mother? Early teens and late teens were a period of absolute reform for you. They are actually, what has shaped you up even more. Not feeling understood. Not feeling loved enough. Not happy. Even though you knew that you had everything, but there was just always this immense sense of being incomplete in you. I think there were too many things, yeah, early teen on that, or in your teenage that you wanted. You wanted to do, you wanted great opportunities to work. You're also ambitious, like that. Actually you're somebody who could have actually worked also a little towards your teenage only. Like maybe late teenage or whatever. Like you could have always done freelancing or things like that. You could have also been somebody who might have been involved in like multiple or back-to-back relationships. I don't think your relationship with your mother early on was very great as such. See, back-to-back relationships in this game. But it was not bad. It's just that you were grossly misunderstood, yaar. And all of these experiences, working early on, back-to-back relationships, wanting to find love then, has what shaped you in terms of your adulthood. You've taken very strong lessons from this period. A lot of the things in this period caused an absolute shift, made you think hard about a lot of things in your life. But कुछ चीजें ना अभी भी सीखना बाकी है. There are still certain things to be learnt. There are still things which you are not aware of, or you choose to not see because you feel that whatever it is, I'll handle. Things are fine. I see you could have been somebody who has been like in a lot of relationships or whatever, or maybe no relationship at all. Okay, so it's like a case of extreme, and because of which currently or mostly adulthood, you have actually experienced lack of love emotionally. There's a part of you that just always feels very incomplete. So, it's actually fun because you're super creative and you enjoy being yourself, and like, all about self work, self worth, etc. But at the same time, you desperately have a need of this. So you are like that, ये होगा life में तभी तो चीजें complete होंगी ना. And honestly speaking, this is not coming from a negative space, like I mostly tell in my readings कि ऐसा नहीं चाहिए. But this is just simply from a space that, hey, I am like in my full-fledged self, okay? But when will I find like my soulmate or the right partner to complete my life and like make me feel that, okay, I have my like little own world. So it's not wrong, huh? It's nice. I sense you're a very creative person, or you could be very creative. I don't know, like if you've explored that side of yourself. You are immensely positive and happy. You could have like childlike eyes. Maybe this is a compliment that you must have gotten from few people, or even compliment on your eyes. And you could love gardening, plants. You love traveling. Yeah, you love traveling. You love looking forward in life, from a positive space. So no matter how many times life gets you down, you get up and you're like, oh, ye bhi dekh lenge, like yet another lesson that you're learning. So that's a good thing. You are very positive like that, Emotionally, haan thoda locha hai, but okay, we'll look into that. Okay, so now we'll look into the lessons. Why you have endured what you have endured and what these life lessons were trying to teach you. I did not want to say it. I wanted to wait for the card. But see, it's literally here. You know why? Because ma'am and mister, nobody is going to fill your cup. You are going to fill your cup. And you just have the strong energy and feeling, that companionship or romantic relationship is something that's extremely important to you. But, like, you have endured whatever you have. Firstly, to understand not to fall in the trap of wrong relationships, okay? Whenever you functioned from a space of need and your list in terms of whatever you look for was wrong, which I'm sensing in your teens, so that's when you always fell into wrong relationships. So wo hona tha. This was to basically teach you that, from just focusing on superficial needs and the fact that if your partner is a provider or they tend to certain aspects and traits of yours or needs, you were supposed to come into this space where you understand that what does it mean to be emotionally fulfilled. And see, you have to understand one thing. Somebody who's a provider or somebody like who's giving you the checklist of a relationship in terms of a partnership wala relationship, okay? So they may or may not necessarily give you the love. And I don't know why I'm having a very strong deja vu moment as I'm doing this reading. It's literally like as if I've dreamt of this reading. Have I, kya? Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, so this was basically to bring you into the fact that apart from, just being a provider, looking at somebody from the lens that, okay, they should be from a well-to-do background and you should be able to make your family meet them, etc. No, it was to make you shift from the perspective that first they have to give you time, love, respect and care. And when that love comes now, then automatically the provider aspect also comes, where the person is like sharing responsibilities, taking care of you, understanding your aspirations. So the energy shift had to be there, okay? So that is first, that why maybe most of your romantic relationships did not work out. And why this immense need of romance in you is what I want to understand. It's not wrong, okay? I'm not at all saying it's wrong. But unmet childhood needs. You were not a child who was understood very properly in their childhood. And maybe you had a lot of conflicts with your mothers. You needed somebody like, to vent out regarding your family and whatever you felt regarding your mom per se. So hence the need of companionship and having somebody who understands you developed from there. So regardless, yes, love is on the cards, okay, 2 good cards. But self-work, understanding what you truly deserve, taking things slow, because I also see that you're somebody who could have like taken things a little too fast romantically. Taking things slow, knowing your worth, and before that, understanding that, dear, you don't need anybody to fill your cup. You can fill your own cup. And you will share your cup only when somebody is worthy and an equal to share your cup with. Okay? Another thing to understand here, the lessons that the life is trying to teach you is not to be wrongly influenced by people. You are somebody who has taken on peer pressure, influence quite strongly in your life, and life is constantly telling you to put some strong boundaries. And I think you're still somebody who's struggling with that. You need to start putting boundaries. If you will not put boundaries, situations or certain lessons in your life will keep on repeating. You know, you are meant to be somebody who's going to cause a shift in their house. This is also one of the strong life lessons. That is that you are somebody who will actually showcase your family and other people also what a truly loving, celebratory, joyous, happy home is. So definitely that. And you have a very healing energy, which I'm anyway sensing here from, the fact that you are somebody who will be inclined to spirituality. You could be, in small things like, maybe going to Gurudwara regularly, Buddhist chanting, or just mantras, or just reading about things, or just normally meditating. You should do whatever you do a little bit more. Your life is supposed to be a spiritual life, but you're resisting it because there are other lessons that you haven't completed yet. Ho jayenge. So, no peer pressure, no wrongly influence. You are somebody who's going to heal your family, bring a change, tell them that, show them basically that, this is how also a house and home can be. Get out of the pattern of wrong relationships, please. ये बहुत strong lesson है क्योंकि love के cards इतने strong हैं. And learn to understand what a right relationship looks like. Also, a right relationship is slow. When the energy is slow, you don't get stuck. When it's fast, that's when habits form and you get stuck very quickly. Okay? So I'm going to see what baby steps can you take in your life right now to maybe cause this shift. ये जंप करना नहीं मानेंगे. Okay, traveling. You are a traveler and you just need to embrace that and travel. So make sure that you find, can you see like, so you are a traveler. Accept that about yourself. You are somebody who loves fine things in life, who loves animals, who loves nature and spending time in nature, spending time with animals. Traveling is the absolute need of the hour. Whenever you feel ready to do it, it's going to open up a new perspective for you. That's one thing. You like constantly moving ahead in your life. So a small baby step would be that, wherever you right now, if you are thinking of pursuing any plans or anything like that in your life, do so. Okay, this is a message from my cards. Take action, strong action energy. Dekho na, horse. I mean, these are not horses, but just to tell you that it's movement. Okay, so strong energy of that. And if you're ever at a crossroads in life, you should turn to spirituality and try meditating. Spirituality is the thing that's going to give you most of the answers. Okay, and try not overspending. Maybe you have a tendency to overspend to make yourself feel good, but to be honest, it doesn't. And I have a feeling maybe somebody's going to enter your life very soon. Okay, so make sure that you're not overspending, okay, just to like feel good. There are other things. So basically do things that makes your soul happy, which from my cards I see is traveling. Okay, I see a little bit of intellectual reading also, intellectual conversations, soul to soul conversations. You are a very soul driven person. You need that, one cup of chai and a good soul conversation just rejuvenates you. Spirituality is not to be ignored. If there are any projects and ideas you're thinking of working upon right now, do that. You are on the right path. And because this popped out, for some of you, it could also be that, there's a chance of somebody entering in your life. Okay. And as a lesson or a message, it is also that don't try too hard to find the right companion or love. Your this pattern of jumping in and out of relationships or needing somebody needs a little pause right now. First, work on yourself. Clarify what is it that you exactly need. Let go of inner conflicts or conflicting feelings. I need this, but I don't need that. And then love is going to enter your life only when you have a major tower moment in terms of what you need. So what is a tower moment? Where you just majorly realize suddenly that, oh shit, this is exactly what was wrong and this is what was needed. So you're going to have that realization soon, but steps you need to take, okay? So start working on yourself in case, and since you're very keen on love and wanting to fix that aspect of yours. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to shuffle these cards now. If there's any question on your mind, you can ask. I'm going to leave this open to interpretation. Whatever it is that you're planning, just reconsider for now and get a little bit more information. Is there any clarifier for this? Hi angels, do we want to clarify this? Okay, yes. Forgiveness. If there's somebody in your life who has hurt you recently, maybe they have not taken accountability of the fact that they've hurt you, try forgiving them. Alright? Okay, bye. I hope you liked the reading. If you liked it, please do follow me on Instagram. Bye.